So, have you seen what's happening in Vegas? There's videos going viral right now showing that's a complete ghost town. Like, there's absolutely nobody out or vacationing there. And at almost every single hotel, employees are getting laid off, except for Aria and Bellagio. And you have hotels like Excalibur that fired employees and shut down their buffets. And there's rumors that executives either stepped down or resigned. And this is all after hotel fees, parking fees being raised twice. But yeah, this is how it looks right now. Look at this. Look at this.
We're in Vegas.
Like, absolutely nobody.
This is supposed to be the city that never sleeps. But there's like literally no one around here at all. And on our
it's just
all
a
of our
ghost
walks
town.
pretty much tonight, we've seen nobody. So I don't know. Is Vegas slowly dying out?
Wow. Now there's a bunch of speculations on why Vegas looks so dead, but I want to know why you guys think Vegas is dying. Because usually around this time, it is so busy.
When capitalism no longer lets people feel escapism, that's when it starts to die. Vegas used to be like this capitalist bastion. Like, it is just a city that's made out of advertisements, and it's just is made to just push endorphins and serotonin into your body. Whether it's like gambling, drinking, SW. And I remember going to Vegas for the first time when I was 23 years old. I was with my cousin and my brother. We did hotel roulette, so $20. We got a 5-star hotel for a night. They ended up being racist to us, so we ended up getting bottle service for free. And for like $100 between 3 people, we were able to just have this almost like capitalist catharsis where we could eat as much as we want, drink as much as we want. And that just doesn't exist anymore in Vegas. Everything is just so prohibitively expensive. Like, buffets are over $80. Even just to park on the strip was $20 for an hour. And it shows when like capitalism goes to this extreme, then you just realize that capitalism is just exploitation. But that's why like Vegas is dying. Like, we're in a recession. There's nothing more than people wanting to escape during a recession. So like, if Vegas just lowered their prices, people would come and fall into the same traps of gambling and losing their money, but they would be happy to do so. But when you can see the exploitation, then there ends up being a resentment against the system for taking from us. And there's this compounding factor. Like, I know so many of us this year are okay with not going to EDC next year because Vegas itself was just too expensive. When you don't even have like a coffee maker in the room or a microwave, it makes people want to like push back on the system. A small coffee in the hotel should not be $8.50. If I have caffeine in my system, I'm going to want to go and make some bad decisions. But because I see you trying to drain me of my money, I'm going to hold on to it. And this is not just Vegas. We're seeing this literally everywhere in LA, in New York, Chicago, SF, Seattle. And it ends up hurting everybody. It ends up hurting the business, it ends up hurting the people, it ends up hurting the community. And so I think we're going to see a lot of counter-programming start to pop up in the next 3 to 5 years against these big kind of corporate locations.
So people just don't have extra money like that anymore. It was times where you could just work overtime and use that money and go on a weekend trip and enjoy yourself. But now if you're working overtime, most likely you have to use that to pay bills. So let's dig deeper.
They are not lying about Vegas being dead, y'all. I'm a waitress on the strip, and last year around this time, I made like $300 to $500 a day in tips. And today I just walked home with $124.
We are in Vegas and we're trying to see, is Las Vegas dead? So what's happening right now, you guys, in Las Vegas, 40%, they are down 40% in tourism, gambling, entertainment, you name it. Also, even Caesars Entertainment right now, they are paying $6.5 million a day in interest. But here's what's really happening. In Las Vegas right now, VC and Blackstone own a majority of the real estate on the Las Vegas Strip. Let's not forget what just happened in Manhattan. We had that NYC shooter, and where did he go? To the headquarters of Blackstone. Now, who did he work for? None other than Caesars Entertainment. So you have a shooter coming from Las Vegas, going all the way to NYC to shoot up the headquarters of Blackstone. Interesting. Now, could it be that VC and Blackstone are rising the prices of hospitality when it comes to pizza slices being $13, a bottle of water being $26, just to crash the market to take it pennies on the dollar later. Blackstone owns almost 30% of the Las Vegas Strip when it comes to real estate. So could it be the Las Vegas shooter knew what was going on behind closed doors and took matters into his own hands going to New York? And mind you guys, this is a Friday night on a summer night, and this is how it looks. So what do you guys think? Is Las Vegas dead? Let me know below.
If you really want to know what's going on in Vegas right now, and if it's really as empty as people say, stay here and watch this video. Over the past couple months, I've seen a lot of clips on TikTok where people filmed empty streets and said Vegas is dead, and I was thinking, hey, no way. They probably just filmed one side street at 5 in the morning. Last night I got here was August 7th, Friday night, and I went out at 10 p.m. It is shocking. Even the actual main strip, it's crazy. Check out these videos.
Yeah, people were in line. It's Friday night, 11 in the Luxor Hotel on a Friday night, 11:30 p.m. And this is what's going on.
So yeah, there you have it. I would say Vegas is officially dead. The only place you see people is if you go to like a DJ set or any kind of event, and even that in a nightclub's 50% full, max. Oh, and by the way, it doesn't help to sell freaking bottled water for $8. Vegas, you need to reset. Oh, and by the way, it doesn't help to sell freaking bottled water for $8. Vegas, you need to reset.
Hey guys, it's about 6 a.m. on a Friday morning at the Las Vegas airport, and I'm going to catch my flight, and there's literally nobody else here at the airport. I've never parked my car to catch a flight, and like I've not seen another person since I've parked. This is really weird.
The reason why Vegas is struggling right now is directly tied to elderly people. See, older people used to keep Vegas alive, right? Think about it, because they're running back and forth paying penny slots, eating at the buffets, going to the shows. They had a lot of really extra money just to do whatever, right? But see, now they can't do that like they used to. Elderly people are on fixed incomes, so with everything getting more expensive like medicines, you know, their rents, gas, groceries, they're going to cut out the things that they really don't need, but they enjoy doing. And let's be real, gambling trips to Vegas, oh, that's not a necessity. Vegas built a whole empire, honestly, off of retirees. So when mama and papa ain't got that extra money, what you think happens to Vegas? See, when mama and papa ain't got that extra money anymore, what you think gonna happen? You gonna have empty slots, empty casinos, and eventually it starts to impact the entire financial system in Vegas. Ultimately, this ain't really about Vegas. It's ultimately about elections having consequences. And that's where we are. See, when seniors can't afford to stretch a couple dollars, that's a problem. That's a warning sign. It's not like they can go out here and earn more money. It's not like they're looking for jobs. So I gotta ask, if the people who helped build the Vegas Strip with their money can't even afford to do it anymore, what's the end game here?
I live in Las Vegas, and people are talking a lot about Las Vegas, how Las Vegas is down and people aren't visiting and flights are empty and all this stuff. This is what I can tell you. It's a Friday afternoon. And I just drove across town. I mean, from one end of the town to the other end of Las Vegas, and I just did it in 17 minutes. 17 minutes. No traffic whatsoever. And this morning there was eerily no traffic whatsoever. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but this much I can tell you. There's no traffic. There's no traffic in Vegas at all. If on a Friday afternoon I can drive from one side of the town all the way to the other, from Summerlin all the way to Henderson in 17 minutes, yeah, something's up. Something's up in Vegas. I don't know exactly what, but there's no traffic in Vegas, especially on a Friday.